Hello and welcome to our product launch for our Vision Cam AI.go. My name is Christoph Simon, I'm Sales Manager at IMAGO Technologies, and today, together with my colleague Alka from our R&D department, I will guide you through this presentation. IMAGO Technology is a worldwide leading manufacturer of vision PCs, smart cameras and turnkey solutions. Today we present you the Vision Cam AI.go. It's a really easy to use smart camera for deep learning. It requires no cloud, no special software, and as you see, it's delivered with all necessary accessories. It's delivered with a tube for protection of the lens and all the electronics. The lens is interchangeable, so you can adjust the lens for your application. As you see, it has two kinds of cables. One is for the Ethernet connection, so you can connect any PC with the Ethernet connection to this camera, and you can run the graphical user interface of the camera in your browser. You just need to type in the IP and then you are ready to go. The other cable is for the I/Os and the power supply, which means you can integrate this camera in every machine. So we offer a smart camera with deep learning for industrial applications. So what makes the Vision Cam AI.go so revolutionary? One example. Imagine you're a manufacturer of gingerbread and Christmas is coming. You want to sell your customer a box with different kind of gingerbread. So you need somehow a sorting solution. You can set up the sorting solution with an image processing device. For example, you buy a smart camera, but then you are not ready. You need an image processing algorithm. You need experts who are experienced in image processing and can maintain the device. You also need probably support from the manufacturer. So it's a lot of work to do. Here, the Vision Cam AI.go comes in. You can train 5 classes of images and you only need 10 images per class for the training. And everything is stored locally on the camera, so you don't need a cloud or something else. Here in our demo, we have these different kinds of gingerbread. And my colleague Alka will now show you how to set it up.
Hello, my name is Alka. I'm R&D manager at IMAGO Technologies. Today I will show you our setup for sorting the gingerbread. It's quite simple. There is obviously a gingerbread, all kind of sorts. It's a natural one, almond one, milk chocolate, and we have a dark chocolate, which are very hard to distinguish with classical image processing. Obviously, we have a light gate to get our image at the right point, but otherwise it's only the light and the Vision AI.go with the optics which comes with it. Now let's jump into the GUI part. Alright, so we have our setup. Let's access the graphical user interface of the Vision AI.go. For that, we can type an IP address if we know it. If we don't, we can go with a serial number. Let me check the label. It's 210, 47, 12. I just add dot local to the serial number. Press enter. Okay, so right now it finds the Vision AI.go in the network and tries to access the graphical user interface. Alright, that's what we see. All the tools that we have on the right, okay, they can be on the left if you prefer. I prefer on the right. Let's check out the live view. Okay, so now it's free run. I can wave my hand. We see that the image doesn't fit into the screen. Let's scale it down for display. Okay. All right. Here we can set up the camera, but I think the exposure time and the gain quite good. So let's try to do the learning and inference. What do we do? Well, there is something which says AIgo. So let's try to be intuitive. It's probably the thing we need. Okay. What do we see? We see file management, and we know that for learning we need images, and somehow we need to learn them. So, okay, let's try to, and it says working directories. Let's try to make our own working directory and call it gingerbread. Gingerbread. Okay. Great. Okay. So these are the images that we took for the demo. Let's try to reproduce it, replicate from 0. Okay. So let's now do the first class, and let's call it Almond. Okay, this will be our first class, and then we need the images for the class. Okay, so you have the possibility to load them if you have them ready, or as we will do, we just capture the images directly from the camera. We press start. Let's make sure that we have the right one. Okay. Okay. It's Almond. Okay, let's take a couple of images of this type. Well, we say it's 10. Let's try to do 10. Different. Maybe a little bit rotated. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go with 10. Okay, so we have the images, and now it's time for training, right? Let's try. So we have our gingerbread, and we have no models for it now. Oh, it's impossible to do the model. Let's try to understand what's the problem. Well, the problem is that we have only one class, so everything he sees will be one class. Let's add another one and call it, let's say, milk chocolate. All right, so this one is empty. We need images for that too. Let's try to capture some images for the milk chocolate one. So this is the milk chocolate. 1, 2, oops, there are my fingers, but we will delete the image. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Then we had one image that we didn't want to. I think it was the second one. Let's have a look. All right, there are my fingers. Let's delete this image. Okay. All right. So now let's try to train the model. We make a new model and we call it 2 classes because okay, we learned only we took images only for the 2 classes. Let's try to train. It's training. Pay attention that it's training on the camera. I'm not connected to a cloud or anything like that. Okay, now we are ready. Let's check the confusion matrix. Looks good. It should be diagonal. So if you see zeros and not zeros on the diagonal, it's good. Our matrix is good. Let's go. We go to configuration, image processing. We go to this tab, select our gingerbread directory and our model. Oops. All right. Let's see how well it performs. Oh, it doesn't fit to my screen. Let's do that. Okay. Then we start. As you can see, it's almond. This is milk chocolate. He thinks it's almond, but it's simply because it doesn't know it. Actually, you can see that the score is low. Let's try to learn it. We go to AIgo again, to file management. Okay, we get a new class and call it natural. Save. Okay, and then let's take a couple of images. Well, 10. Like that. Okay. Save an image. Save an image. Like that. Maybe we rotate it. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we are ready to go. Let's see how we can distinguish 3 classes. 3 classes. Right, we'll wait a little bit. And we are ready to go. Now let's select the model, the newly trained configuration. Go 3 classes. Let's see how it. Okay, so it's natural, very high score. This is almond, also very high score. This is milk chocolate, very high score, very good. So now we have to learn the dark chocolate. As you can see, the score is very low, although it seems like a milk chocolate. Okay, and then we have a glazed one. Okay, it looks like very much like almond, but it isn't. Okay, because there is an almond missing, and as you can see, the score is very low. Let's learn them too. We go AIgo, gingerbread, it's our thing. Get a new class, go glazed, save. Okay, let's take a couple of images of the glazed one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And a dark chocolate one. Dark chocolate. Okay. Here we have the dark chocolate. Let's take a couple of images. That. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now let's go train the model. Training, gingerbread. We call model 5 classes. All right. Let's wait a little bit. Now we are ready to go. Okay, let's select a new model. 5 classes. That's right. Use. Okay, so this is now dark chocolate with very high score. This is glazed. Oh, it doesn't fit the screen. Okay, now it does. It's glazed. Almonds. Natural. Milk chocolate. And now, interesting part. Does it work for a different cookie? Let's try. Okay. It does, surprisingly. Okay, now let's try again with a different one. Okay, so this we never seen. Very high score. And now let's check how it runs in the triggered mode. I will switch on the rotating plate. Okay, now it rotates, but it's not triggered image, it's free run. Let's switch into triggered mode. Here you go. You have the classification and you can sort your gingerbreads. That's it from my side. And now it's the question and answers time. Please, Anna.